So what's this video series all about? Well, hopefully you have some ideas about the basics of code. So maybe you've looked at our beginner series on VBA and you have some ideas about basic loops, things like flashing up message boxes, things like that. Now those are techniques that are great and they're fun, but on their own, they're not really doing a huge amount for us. So we need to take the next step. How do we apply those techniques in order to save us time in our work? In this series, we're going to take a look at an everyday task. We're going to take data from a database, and then each row of that data we're going to manipulate into an individual employee report. And we're going to say we have 20, 25 employees. So it's a task that you could do manually, but might take you 15 minutes, half an hour, but more importantly would make you feel a little bit stressed because you're doing lots of repetitive work. So how can we use code to accelerate that task and to complete it at the click of a button? Well, we're going to break it down into the key skills. In order to complete the task, you'll need to know how to duplicate sheets, and we're going to have a look at the skill of recording code and then tweaking it to get it working for us. You'd also need to know how to use loops in order to create multiple sheets, so harnessing the power of loops to create as many sheets as we need. But you'd also need to know the reverse of that process, because if you had hundreds of sheets in a workbook, you wouldn't want to have to delete them all manually. So we'll also have a look at how to delete sheets and then to harness loops there to delete as many sheets as we need. Then finally, we're going to have a look at using the offset command, which is probably the most powerful command in VBA code, to position data. So we'll need to take data out of the database and then to use position control to position it on the sheets. So they're the 4 skills videos, and I recommend you work through those individually. But then finally, I'm going to work through the task from start to finish so that you can see how all those skills combine together to complete that task at just a few button clicks, so potentially saving you a huge amount of time. I hope you'll join me in the first video.